Welcome, Devil Sniper here, and today I'm bringing you episode number 2 of Unfinished Business. Yes, we are back with Nottingham Forest, and the first thing we are going to do is offer a contract to Adam Lefondre. We're going to give him a 3-year deal, which he wants 15 grand a week, and we're going to offer him a crucial contract. Hopefully that will be enough to secure his signature, secure his services, and hopefully he will propel us to playoff, if not title glory, and get us into the Premier League, which would be sensational. And our first official signing is Gary Gardner. I am chuffed. Now, I know the boy's 21 years old and he wanted crucial. I'm happy with that at the end of the day. He's a good player. He's got potential, and I think he could do an absolute diamond job in the centre of the park alongside the likes of Lansbury, you know, Varney. I've got high hopes for Lansbury. I'm seriously considering making Lansbury captain further down the line. If he puts in the performances, if he does a good job for me, if he's, you know, top of the performances week in, week out, I'm going to make him captain because I truly think Lansbury's going to be a sensational player. And he's going to be a big, important player for us this season. So, high hopes for him. I really do have high hopes for Lansbury. I really do. I'm hoping he's going to hit the ground running. But speaking of that, our first game of the season is away to Leeds United. What a way to start your championship season. It's going to be a tough game. You know, Leeds are a very resilient, a dogged side, a very technically gifted side, and a very physical side. So it should make for a great game. We're going to stick with the 4-3-3 at this moment in time. I have got ideas to swap it up, and as you would have seen, we're starting on Legendary. I'm not 100% sure if the whole series is going to be done on Legendary. I haven't quite made my mind up if I'm good enough to do Legendary, because at the end of the day, as Varney plays a nice ball into Eric, Eric feeds it into Mackie. Look at Mackie, cuts inside, that beautiful ball over the top into Coxey. Coxey's got time, he fires the shot off, and that's a huge save by the Leeds keeper early doors. The one problem I will have with Legendary is I don't want to get overrun, and I don't want to start delivering content where we're constantly losing, because that doesn't make for enjoyment. I want to be able to have a proper fight. At the end of the day, if I don't make the playoffs, but we put in a real good effort and and it's just by a point or goal difference, that's exciting. You know, if we put it on world class and we absolutely melt it and destroy it, and we get to the playoffs and we go into the title section, you know, that doesn't make always for exciting content. So I want it to be a really balanced career mode. Now, I want it to make me work hard and try and produce really good content for you guys, but at the same time I don't want it to become boring and stale. And I feel if I do it on world class, it could become boring and stale, because I feel I'm a little bit better on world class, but I don't think I'm up legendary status because I haven't played enough to be at that level. And in that first half, you would have saw while I was talking about what difficult we're going to play it on, which is absolutely annoying as hell, I know, and we will stop in a minute, was Mackie with a huge chance, and he didn't take it. Those sort of chances we've got are knocking the back of the net. End of story. Hence why we have Lefondre. Hence why I'm seriously considering swapping up the formation, because as much as we've got Abadoon on left wing, who I think is a sensational player and he can score me goals, Mackie on the right wing I don't think has got the ability to score me goals. I really don't. I'll probably think about playing Patterson out on the right hand side, or is it Majewski? The young Cam. I know he plays Cam centre midfield, but he's such a gifted player and I really like him. And I've got earmarked the Cam role to go to my boy Lansbury. I think Lansbury's a sensational player and a player I want to have you know, pivotal effect on the team, and I think he'll be the catalyst for us to do good things, along with Gary Gardner just sitting behind him and protecting him, and Varney obviously. But as you can see, we were pushing Leeds all the way. They broke on a bit of a counter-attack. McCormack into the box, he feeds it into Austin. Austin square it to Hunt, and Hunt absolutely does me a huge favour by missing what should have been a simple goal. But to be fair though, Darlow had made himself big. Peter Schmeichel big and cover the air. I mean, he's a sensational keeper. I've got high hopes for him as well. I want to see him grow, and I feel he'll do us huge business. I really do. He'll save us a lot this season with the way I defend personally. But as you see, Varney in that last minute had a great opportunity. And he wasted that through ball. That could have been the moment that we nicked the 3 points, but unfortunately it was not meant to be. And overall, Legendary, my first game, Leeds away. Point, I'll take it. 0-0 draw, I'll take that all day long. Don't get me wrong, 3-0 would have been sensational and a great way to start the actual league campaign off, but a 0-0 draw and a point on the board is absolutely fantastic in my personal opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And we have secured Lefondre, which is even better. Absolutely sensational signing. That is fantastic. So far, we've done brilliant business. You guys want me to have a look at Gary Gardner. You guys also want me to bring back Adam Lefondre. And to be honest with you, I'm happy to do that. We secured those services. I still feel that I might need to add one more player before we move into January and perhaps look at some free transfers, because there's, Junior Stalias, I'm looking at him, 1.1 million. I don't want to be paying that sort of money. He's got 11, 10, 12 months left on his contract. Come January, we should be able to get him on a free transfer for the start of the Premier League season, because I'm that confident we are going to make the Premier League. God, I hope we make the Premier League, otherwise it's going to be a fail in a long 2 seasons. We've got to do it. I'm putting myself under the pressure, but that's what you have to do when you're the manager of Nottingham Forest. You have to put yourself under the pressure. You have to be prepared to go out there, put it on the line, and hopefully deliver for the Nottingham Forest fans. That's my aim. That's my goal. Hopefully it will come true. But as you can see, to begin with, it is all Middlesbrough. Absolutely bashing me left, right and centre. A beautiful cross in, and Darlow is just left rooted. He can do nothing about that. Slightly poor marking, I feel, by my centre-backs. They give the centre-forward way too much time, way too much space to make that run. You see how he drops off? He then moves in. It's just not acceptable. We're going to have to tighten up on our defensive aspect. We shouldn't have allowed the cross to come in the first place. We're going to tighten up with our full-backs. We've got to be a little bit more dogged. We've got to be a little bit more resilient when it comes to defending. And at this moment in time, we're just not. We've done a good job against Leeds, but we were attacking a lot more against Leeds. It's now Middlesbrough who are putting us on the back foot and at home, which is even worse. We should be putting them on the back foot. That's really frustrating. But Lafondra there with a shot. Unfortunately, the angle was just never there for him. It was just never going to work. Why he took it, I don't know. Perhaps he'd like to get off to a flying start in front of the home crowd, but just didn't go that way. So at half-time, trailing 1-0 is not what we want. You can see Lansbury's body language. He's not looking too happy. A little bit frustrated. And I can understand that frustration because we didn't get anything going in that first half. And that's the frustrating factor. We've got to get the ball moving quickly. We've got to get the passes being moved quickly. And as you see, Majewski playing a nice little ball into John Mackie. Mackie troubling the defender, breaking into that box, pulls the trigger. Should he have crossed it there? I feel that he could have pulled that back. We might have had a better opportunity. He didn't. There's the decisions that the players make in a single moment. Those snap decisions, and I'll stand by my players all day long. But again, Eric on that right-hand side, I'm sure it's Little. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comment section below if it's Eric Little or it's pronounced like that. But Majewski, I'm sure it's Majewski. Let me know in the comment section below, because we all know my pronunciation is absolutely sensational. So, I need to know how you pronounce those. But we've got Patterson playing on that left-hand side. He gets past the defender with his pure pace. He's so good. Great ball in. And what an unbelievable save by the Middlesbrough goalkeeper. I was already pre-celebrating, for that was nestling in the back of the net. When I looked back to the pitch, the ball was out, and I was like, how did that happen? How did that literally happen? What a world-class save that was. In fact, what a legendary save that was, as Abdoun read the short pass there. Look at that. He sees that the defender's going to lump it long, going to just hoof it out. Breaks in there. Great control and a fierce shot, but unfortunately just wide of the target when we needed it to be hitting that target and nestling in the bottom corner. Unfortunately, wasn't to be. Great attack there by Middlesbrough in the second half, coming to the end of the game, which is really disappointing as we lose 1-0. Gotta say, not the best start at this moment in time. I've got to find my feet with the formation. The boys aren't doing anything wrong. I think it's tactics, and tactics comes down to me, so it falls upon my shoulders. Not the best start by any stretch of the imagination. We've played our first 2 games, and it's just not good enough. You can see that we actually dominated the game. Middlesbrough had 2 shots, 1 on target, which they scored with. We had 6 with 5 on target, and we didn't score a single goal. And we had the greater percentage of possession. But at the end of the day, if you don't stick the ball in the back of the net, and you don't do anything with the possession, it absolutely means nothing. So I've got to work on this in training. I've got to put it right. And I'm determined to put it right for the boys. I'm determined to deliver a sensational season for the Forest fans. So I'm going to have a look at Jacob Mellis. A few people recommended Jacob Mellis. He looks like a solid little player, and a player that I can utilise in that centre midfield position. Again, he's got a very short contract. You should see 11 months. So I'm going to sort of dilly-dally around it. I'm going to see if I can pick him up cheap. If not, I might wait till January, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I need that added bit of depth. So I think I might force the issue. Try and pick him up now for a reasonable fee. I don't want to go too hefty, but at the same time, I have got just over 2 million quid left, which is still a decent amount of money at the end of the day. That is how the table looks at this moment in time. As you see, Burnley are walking away with it after 2 games. We are actually in the bottom 3, which is just wrong. And I do apologise to Nottingham Forest fans, but please have faith. I will turn it around and I will get those boys up that table. Trust me.
I used to dream about cars and things.